British farmers are furious. Once the backbone of our nation's food supply, they're now taking to the streets, warning that the Labour government is pushing the UK towards a food security disaster. So, what's causing this outrage, and why are our farmers feeling abandoned? Stay tuned. Tomorrow, British farmers are preparing for another wave of protests. Their anger is directed squarely at Sir Keir Starmer's Labour government, which they accuse of making catastrophic decisions that threaten the very foundation of our nation's food security. The group Farmers to Action has been vocal, accusing Prime Minister Keir Starmer and his administration of showing a shocking disconnect from the realities of farming life. They argue that recent government policies are dismantling family farms and putting our domestic food production at serious risk. Environment Secretary Steve Reed recently addressed the Oxford Farming Conference, promising reforms to boost farm profitability and support British produce. But his words did little to calm frustrations. His apology for difficult decisions made to fix public finances fell flat, overshadowed by anger over the new inheritance tax on farm estates worth over £1 million. Reed was met with heckles and shouts of "shame on you" as he exited the venue. Farmers argue that this inheritance tax is more than a financial burden, it's a threat to their survival. They warn it will force family farms to sell off land just to pay the tax, destroying generations of hard work and resilience. Farmers warn that these policies are driving British agriculture to the brink, making the UK dangerously dependent on imported food. They call this not just poor policy, but a catastrophic failure to safeguard national food security. Reed spoke of a new deal for farmers, focusing on supporting food production and environmental efforts. But critics argue his actions tell a different story. They say policies like the inheritance tax and neglect of unfair trade practices are pushing farmers out of business. Farmers face skyrocketing costs, unpredictable weather, unfair trade deals, and now crushing taxes. They say the government is dangerously out of touch, accusing Reed of having only just set foot on a farm and lacking any real understanding of their struggles. The warning is clear. Without immediate government action, British farms will collapse, leading to empty shelves and soaring food prices. Farmers are calling for urgent policy changes before it's too late. British farmers have fed this nation for centuries. Now, they fear for their survival and for the country's future. Will the government act before it's too late? Or are we heading straight into a food emergency? Let us know what you think in the comments below.